The Houston Texans begin the season against the Baltimore Ravens. And when they do this, one of their strongest areas that they've improved this offseason is really the defense, but the secondary as a whole. And they've got a signing that they made that had a great offseason. And as they prepare for week one, could be a guy to keep your eye on. If you're new to our channel, we make videos for teams that are not appreciated by the national media, teams ignored by the national media, Houston Texans being one of them. They're going to be a good team. Now, a lot of people are talking about them. We know all about it. We're Detroit Lions fans. Our main channel is Sports Talk Detroit. But we have this channel touching on teams that are going to be good that nobody's talking about, Houston Texans being that. In this offseason, they signed a guy that I kind of forgot about, and he's been overshadowed in some ways by his brother, and we'll look at that right now. Shaquille Griffin was a really good player. He was taken, he's a veteran guy now. He was signed to a 1-year deal back in May. Perfect, right? 1-year deal, kind of see what we got. The Texans are in an evaluation year, if you will, where, all right, what do we got? We know we got the quarterback, we got the coach, but let's just kind of put some pieces together, get a core together, and start going. Well, Shaquille Griffin has proven to be more than that. In this article, talks about the top 5 defenders, just kind of this offseason and what during the preseason and what they've seen. And Shaquille Griffin just keeps showing up. So he was a Pro Bowler for the Seahawks in 2019. Then it's COVID. Things get a little weird. Been bounced around a couple teams, but he had the strongest offseason. You got Holman, you got Stingley, of course, Nelson. This is the secondary has the potential to be the strongest group on the team and maybe in the entire division. Now, in a passing league that the NFL is, right, you still got to run the ball, stop the run. But when you're throwing the ball around, it's nice to have your secondary be really strong. We've seen it with the Lions, where last year the secondary was the weakest part of the team, and it just absolutely cost them. So you're gonna be in games and be able to just, like, you're not gonna get blown out if your secondary is really strong. So here's the thing about Griffin and why this is so interesting. He was taken in the 3rd round by the Seattle Seahawks, 2017, 18, 19, all very strong. He was named to the Pro Bowl in 2019. Then 2021 is when he goes to the Jaguars after his rookie deal was over. He goes to the Jags, signs a 3-year, $44 million deal, but had a back injury, had things that just didn't go well for him in 2022, gets eventually released. And then that is when the Texans pick him up. So basically had a really good core rookie deal contract or duration, right? When he was with the when he was with the Seahawks. Then he goes to the Jags, and that's when things weren't great. And oh, by the way, that's when he got paired with his brother, remember, who doesn't have a hand, back when he was with the Seahawks. And so when you think of Griffin, a lot of times you think of him just because he had the headlights, Shaquem Griffin. But don't forget about Shaquille Griffin. This guy is a shutdown corner. He's healthy. He's a veteran. And he comes now to the Texans to provide really exactly what they need on the defensive side of the ball. Pair that with a defensive-minded head coach, and things are going to be good. So here's the defense again. Griffin, Stingley, Nelson, Holman. Boom. Love that. Jimmy Ward, Petrie. I love their secondary. And this is why Craig and I have been making videos about and for the Houston Texans fans, is because this team was in a lot of games last year. And when it was a absolute mess, no quarterback, coach was on his way out. Now you've got a culture, you've got a coach, you've got little pieces like this. The Griffin deal is huge. You absolutely have to do that. Will Anderson, you add him. Yeah, it'll take him 2, 3, 4, 5 games. It might take him half the season to get adjusted, but so what? He's there. Rankins is good. Cashman, see what he can do when he gets back. And then on the offensive side, CJ Stroud, Pierce, Collins, you got DP, Collins Woods. We've talked about this a bunch. Tank Dell, we've talked about as a really good wide receiver. So you've got quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, offensive line is good. Yes, I get you're in the AFC, so it's going to be more difficult, but keep an eye on the Houston Texans, especially on the defensive side of the ball. They're going to be much improved, and we're going to get an example of it. I mean, week 1, when you go against the Baltimore Ravens, who I think the Texans is an absolute chance to win this game, because Ravens are score a bunch of points anyway, and they're trying to get their quarterback back. They're trying to figure themselves out in a lot of ways. So the Texans could steal a victory week 1 with this defense and the opportunity to really not only win in week 1, but stay in every game. Yes, are they a team that's going to need some bounces? Absolutely. But they're going to be in every single game. And as someone that's watched the Lions and seen them kind of come up and make the rise, what I've really noticed is you want to be in games. You just want to be in games, have a chance, nothing crazy. Look, other teams are going to make plays too. And if you get beat, you get beat. But when Texans, Lions, we've been there where you're just, it doesn't even seem like there's nobody even getting better. There's no trajectory. This you can see, hey, look, is our quarterback, is Stroud getting better? Are we finding ways to get guys open? Are we on a path so you can see not only for this year, but years following that there is something there? And I absolutely believe there is. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see all of you on the next one.